In this video, I'll be teaching you how to make samples in the style of Jack Harlow and Chris Brown, inspired by their song Already Best Friends. It's just a preview of what the final sample sounds like. So it's a super simple sample. I wanted to keep it super simple just so there's enough room for the artist to actually rap on rather than have a million different layers just to show off to you guys and end up having no artist on it. But anyway, I started off with this first sound from Analog Lab. It's called E-Lighting by Five Crazies, one of his kids. And this is what the chords sound like. Yeah, so some super nice chords, and the thing about this chord progression that's a bit different is that you can see here, the B is out of key, but that's what makes it, that's what adds to it. If I just played it with it in scale, this is what it would have sounded like. Or with this note as a root note. It doesn't have the same effect as if it was on the B note. So that's a tip that you guys can use. Don't be afraid to go out of the scale as long as it sounds good, whatever sounds good at the end of the day. And in the second section, I just pitched it down an octave. And for the second sound, I use the Arcadian pluck, once again from Analog Lab. And with this, it's just two notes as a chord, just playing like notes super sporadically. And this is just what that sounds like. And I like this sound so much because of the delay that has it in the preset, because it adds bounce and movement to the sample rather than just kind of stale. The last sound I used is this lead from Analog Lab from one of Cryptic's banks. It's called the Hypnos preset, and it's just a super basic lead. And I added this little passing note just so it sounded as if I played it on a keyboard to make it sound more realistic and less robotic, you could say. And this is just what that sounds like. And with this, I use a technique that a lot of songwriters do. I think it's called the A-B-A-C. It's where you have two main sections, but then the last section you just switch it up. So as you can see, this section is the same where it's going down. So this section is the B section. This section is kind of like an A section where it's still going down, and then this last section, instead of it going down, it's going up. So I guess you can count that as a C section. That's just a tip to use in your samples to make stuff more catchy, and this technique is found in a ton of popular songs that you probably heard of but never noticed it. And another technique also used in this sample, it's called the call and response. So the little second sound that I played, the little plucky lead, is like the call, and then the synth lead is like the response. So this, I'll just play those two by themselves just to see what I'm talking about. And I've left enough room so then both of them could speak and have their own space rather than them clashing and leaving not enough room for the drums or artists or whatever. So I did that deliberately. And that's pretty much it for all the main sounds. As I said before, I wanted to keep it super simple so there's enough room for the artist to actually rap over or sing over. Then I just bounced it into one WAV file, pitched it down one. And if you've seen any of my old videos before, you already know what I'm about to say. J37 for a bit of warmth, texture, mid-side matrix just to make it sound more mono because everything was super wide, Kramer tape stereo once again to make it have more of that vintagey grittiness, I guess, Soothe just to clean up any frequencies that were harsh or whatever, and then an EQ to cut out some of the super lows. And so yeah, that's pretty much how to make samples in the style of Jack Harlow and Chris Brown, inspired by their track Already Best Friends. Let me know what type of videos you guys want to see, and there's just a final sample with just some basic drums that I put on. And yeah, peace.